Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Losing Your Parents International Radio Show, broadcasting from Portland, Oregon. I've lost both my parents to cancer in my 20s. When I was 22, I woke up next to my dad who had died, and when I was 27, I watched my mom take her last breath. Both of them died from different kinds of cancers, and after being present for their illness and witnessing their deaths, I had to face life as a young person without them. So I decided it was important to me to connect with other people who have also lost their parents. And I'm in my early 30s now, and I write and I talk about my journey through healing my grief and working through life's challenges that come up using creativity and self-expression. I also interview other people and look to other people who are on the similar journey of losing a parent or two and trying to find their way in the world. My blog is losingyourparents.org, and my goal is to bridge the gap between grief and joy at every possible opportunity. If you'd like to get in touch with me, please contact me on my website, losingyourparents.org/contact. I also have a sister site called griefpost.com. It's totally anonymous self-expression, so please go there if you want to share whatever's on your mind, heart or spirit. It is totally anonymous. And I'm not sure how long the show is going to be today. I am having some interesting challenges that are positive. So just to share with you what's going on right now, we moved from New Jersey to Portland, Oregon in an RV. We lived in it for 4.5 months until we found a house. We blogged during that time. If you Google 2 Girls, 1 RV, you'll find our blog and our Vine and our Instagram and all that stuff. And we've had the RV for a year now. It's been a year, actually, this week that we've been living in our house, and we just sold it. And, in fact, the people who are buying it are standing outside right now and are about to drive away. And I was like, I have a radio show to do. So something important for you to know is that next week I have an interview with Autostraddle's writer Madeline Tederka. I'm sorry. I totally I'm like the worst with names and pronunciations. Tederka. That's what it is. Madeline Tederka. It's where you put the accent, I guess, and I'm sure she gets that a lot. Anyway, Madeline, sorry, honey. So next week I'm going to be interviewing or posting my interview. We've already done the interview. Madeline is a young queer woman who lost her mom at 16 from cancer, and we're going to be discussing her most recent blog post about this topic called This is a Dead Mom Essay, and so you definitely do not want to miss this interview. I'm very excited and thankful for Madeline to be a part of this interview process and this show, and being able to talk to me and even just be brave and talk about things that have happened in her life and where she's gotten to, and it's very inspiring, and I really loved reading this. So in the meantime, I encourage you to Google Autostraddle, This is a Dead Mom Essay. Check it out. I'll also be posting it on my website. So last week, we talked about how to use Craigslist to sell things from your parents' estate, and estate meaning, you know, like their house, the stuff that they left behind. It may not literally be like a mansion of things, but that's what they call it, parents' estate. So this week we're going to be talking about eBay. This is not going to be like super tech talk, but I'm going to be going over some logistics and what might be possible with eBay. It's a very similar, it's got a lot of similarities, I should say, to Craigslist. And if you listen to episode 23, that's specifically about Craigslist, and I have a lot of tips about how to sell things on Craigslist. Craigslist is that local online sort of marketplace where you post ads for things that you want to sell. And you know, most of it will apply to eBay, except there's a couple of things that are different about eBay. So I'm going to talk about some of the differences, and you'll discover more as you explore this. If you do not have an eBay account, you should make one. It's really important to be honest about the things that you're selling. So because unlike Craigslist, eBay runs on ratings. So you notice if you ever go to buy anything on eBay, if you even check out anybody else's profile, you'll notice that people have stars and they've got ratings, and you want good ratings. Bad ratings are bad, and no one's going to want to buy from you. So you really, this is like you want to pick things that you really think are very, are worth something. You can get, if you have like a baseball card collection that's old, you can actually get that appraised and then use that appraisal to increase the value of your items and to prove that these things are actually worth, $10,000 versus not having authenticity. People might be like, oh, I don't even know if that's real. There's definitely a whole community of people that try to figure out if what you have is real or not, or working or not. So you don't want to sell anything that doesn't work, and you don't want to sell anything that you're not sure is real or not, okay? It's just about being authentic and honest as possible. People over time have definitely gotten a little jaded from eBay. I think you can get a good deal on eBay, but you're also like, is this thing going to... What's up with this thing? So you want to be honest about it. You want to make sure that what you're putting up there is really truly valuable, and you have something to back it up if it is something extremely high in value. So eBay, if you don't know, is like an online auction. So you can set prices, a minimum price that you're willing to start at, and then people bid for it. So last year I actually had something that was mine. I decided that I was going to put on eBay, and it was American Girl doll named Samantha, who's actually been she's expired. They no longer make her anymore. So it was really, really something that people wanted, okay, because they don't make it anymore. And I looked to see what other people were doing and what they were selling it for, and I sold the collection. I didn't sell the doll, actually. I sold a lot of her clothes. They were in amazing condition. I made sure that they didn't smell weird, because they were in a basement, and basements could get moldy, and, even if something is beautiful and wonderful, but if it's, moldy, people don't want that. Think about, what would you want to buy? So I put a minimum out there of okay, I would take I don't remember what it was, $100 or something. And people, they look for these things. And they also have alerts, if they're on the lookout for something that, is the American Girl Samantha collection, they might have something that, alerts them to know that there's a new there's a new eBay page up. So, and eBay is great. If you go to the help section of eBay, they have a lot of suggestions. They try to make it super easy for you to put stuff up there because they want to make money. I think the way that they do it now, and I don't know how it's going to be in the future, but you used to have to pay on every ad that you ever put up. But now you only pay if you sell something. So they take a larger percentage these days. You can check out their website to find out what the percentage is. So you have to factor that into your price. You also have to factor in shipping things because unlike Craigslist, where Craigslist you are meeting people in person for the most part, eBay is a shipping situation. So you're going to have to consider that. So small things are great to ship because it's not very costly. If you have something larger like a car or a boat, you can sell those things on eBay, but you might want to turn to Craigslist for a sale like that. Also, so you can offer things like buy it now, so you don't have to have an auction. If you have a price that you're yeah, I would give that away for $300, I'd let someone buy it for $300. There's a buy it now button that you can turn on. It's very important to be very clear about if there's any shipping costs involved so that the person can consider that when they are looking into it. So there's a lot of dealers on here on eBay as well, and so you may find that there's a return policy, and consider that. Read the information, know what you're getting into when you're sort of opening yourself up to dealing with eBay, because it is like you have an online store, and so you will have to do customer service. You will have to answer questions, and it is really important because there is a rating system, and the more positive feedback you have, the higher rating you get, the more likely you are to get more sales because people trust you, okay? So you also, in your description of your item, you want to be very specific about what kind of condition it's in, what the model is, and what the type of things, what the brand is. Any of that stuff that you can, any details you can have are going to be greatly appreciated by those who are looking for things. Additionally, some people are searching specifically for an item. Like, let's say you found a remote, and you're like, you know what, I don't know, maybe I want to spend a little bit of time putting this up. Or maybe video games, like old video games or something. That's a great thing to put up on eBay because a lot of people want that kind of stuff. Put up what kind of video game it is, or if you just found a controller, because sometimes people lose their controllers. They need another one, and they don't know how to get it. And so eBay is a great place it's a great sort of online marketplace to find things new and old. And what else can I tell you about this? So again, being super honest about what's included. You know what I've done in the past is if I have an item that's really in great condition, I'm like, someone would love to have this, and I look to see what it is new. I look to see what other people are have it up there for, and I'll do it if I feel comfortable enough, like 1 cent below the maximum amount. So like, let's say someone's selling something for $100, I would do like $99.99 or something, because when people are searching, they'll search for items in different ways, but sometimes they'll organize it by price. So if I price my item a little bit lower than the person before me, mine will come up at the top. Does that make sense? So another thing to consider is when you're writing your title to your eBay page, you want to put as much detail as possible in here. So here's an example I just pulled up. This is for a VHS player, and it says Funai ZV427FX4 VHS to DVD recorder, VCR player with HDMI, 1080p, DVD, VHS combo. Okay, so there's a lot of information there. You might not know all of what that is, but you'll notice that somebody, who might be looking for a Funai ZV247FX4 would be, wow, they'd be able to find this ad because it was titled specifically for this, for searchability. What else can I tell you? I think my dog has something he shouldn't be chewing on. Yes. A sock. Thank you. All right. So, funny. What else can I tell you? I think you can do an experiment if you're not sure what eBay is all about. If you feel a little bit uncomfortable, just try putting one thing up that's small, that's easy to take pictures of, and that's the other thing that I mentioned this in the Craigslist ad, but you want to take as many pictures as possible. Clear, detailed. I believe that eBay has an app. I used to have it on my phone. I don't have it anymore, but eBay has an app where you can very easily create and upload marketplace pages where you just make it super easy, and you can take pictures from your phone, and they just make it super, super easy. So I would really love to hear if you have questions about specifically like maybe some strategies on like how to put something up on eBay. You can reach out to the help. If you want to ask me, I'd be open to answering questions about that. I can't say I know everything about eBay, but I definitely have had a lot of experience with putting up my parents' things on eBay and my own things on eBay and Craigslist. And I also have experience posting things on Amazon, the Amazon marketplace. So I will be speaking about that not next week, but the following week. And another thing to note about eBay is that you can get payments. Some people are like, how do I get paid? You get payments through PayPal. So you'll need a PayPal account. It's super easy to set up. It takes about 5 minutes. And if you go to PayPal.com, you'll see that you can, if you don't have an account already, you'll see that you can very easily create one. And I just want to just share with you that, so I work from home and I do this show from my home office, and we have a dog named Ziggy, and he has a sock in his mouth that he thinks is very, very funny, and he's running around with it. And so because I have some people outside who are waiting to buy my RV, actually, they've bought it already. We're just going over some stuff. I'm going to cut this show just a little bit short today and make sure that that's taken care of. I really would love any feedback you have. And, of course, if you want to get the blog, go to losingyourparents.org and sign up for my blog to receive it and any information I have going on. Next week, please tune in live as I'll be introducing it live, and I'll be playing our recorded interview with Autostraddle's Madeline Paterka, who is a young queer woman who lost her mom at 16 from cancer, and we'll discuss her recent blog post. This is a Dead Mom essay, so you definitely do not want to miss this interview. Please tune in. blogtalkradio.com/losingyourparents. You can also subscribe there to find out when the next upcoming show is. I do the show every Wednesday live at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. I really appreciate you listening. Thank you for your time and energy. Again, if you have feedback, you want to say hello, anything, need advice, whatever it is, let me know. Totally want to support you. Sending you lots of love. Thanks for listening.